Okay. Please say hello when you enter. I'm not gonna be able to pin a comment. Jeez. Okay. If anyone is watching and wants to know how this works, please go to the description box. I cannot pin a comment right now for some reason. So going to the description box is going to give you all the instructions and information on, how this whole thing works. Now, the other thing, your currency may be different. It may be more expensive. It may be cheaper. I know with Americans, it's cheaper. 25 Canadian is on my receiving end. So when you're using the PayPal calculator, make sure the $25 is on my receiving end. I don't know what that's going to look like in your currency. Okay. I'm going to try my best to get going with the pin comment, but as of now, I can't pin anything. So I'm having a little bit of issues unless someone can write it for me and then I can pin that. I'm just going to get set up. So just bear with me. Again, if you want to get going and book, I would urge you to do so immediately just because I do get filled up and I'm not here for long. Okay. So I'm just going to go over and see what's going on and I'll give it some time and then I'll go over and check. But you may want to get over there now. Darn it. Oh, this phone. Please say hello as soon as you enter too. This is not just a live for readings. You can engage, you can interact. You can ask me questions, not about your personal life, obviously, if you're just writing in the live chat, but you can ask me questions about ascension or whatever it may be. Okay. Please say hello when you enter. I'm just going to go over and check. Okay. Let's bring forth the messages that everyone needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. We are going to bring forth the messages whoever is guided today to book with needs to hear, not what they want to hear. And we are going to bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just waiting on you. If you want to book, you would be at the top of the list. Until then, I'll give it some more time. Why is no one saying hello? Feel free to say hello once you enter. Hello, Trinity Star. How are you? Hope you're all doing amazing. Enjoying your weather. My weather is not the greatest. Anytime there's a bit of good weather, the next day it's just horrendous. Not sure what's going on, but yeah, getting pretty sick of my weather. Let me know where you guys are all watching from. I am going to be doing something pretty exciting next week, something new. You'll see what it's about. Make sure that you are paying attention to my posts because I'm going to be doing something very unique next week. Okay. I'm going to be interacting more like with the camera to my face, and I'm going to be taking questions. And I'm going to be doing and trying something new. I don't want to give it away. It's like a surprise, but it's definitely going to be me engaging more with the audience as opposed to just seeing my hands. So I'm excited for that. Typically for the GTA and surrounding area. What do you mean, like the weather? Are you located in the GTA? Okay. Yeah. Not really loving it. Would love to be anywhere but here. Currently manifesting that, so I'm super excited for that to come through. Don't want to be here any longer, that's for sure. Wow, this is the first. Okay, it's pretty dry in here. I wonder if everybody got my notifications. I really wonder if everybody got my notifications because it's kind of weird that there's only 5 people watching. This has been happening a lot to me. I know it happens to a lot of other people. It makes no sense why they block from people being able to see when your video is live or when you've posted a new video. Like, I'm not sure. This is even happening to me on my own subscriptions. I'm not seeing the videos. I'm lucky if I catch them through my suggested feed. It's like, suggested feed, I'm subscribed to these people. Why are they not showing me the videos? I just would really like to understand why that happens. And it looks like it happens to everybody eventually. Because I see it. I see it on other people's channels. They've got like 500,000 subscribers, yet they're only getting like 14K views. It's not normal. It's just not normal. So I guess it happens, but this right now doesn't make any sense. I should have more than 8 people tuning in. I mean, I understand people are at work, but regardless, like with the amount of subscribers I have, like last week there was like almost 30 people watching. You know, that makes more sense than 8. So I'm thinking people have not gotten the notifications. It's probably what happened. Did you guys get notifications, or did you just happen to like go on YouTube and see that I was live? Is that what happened? Hey, Lucky 8. How are you? How's everyone doing? You got a notification. Okay, so that means that you guys, hi Mercedes. Okay, so that means that you guys have the all button on. That's what that means. I wonder how I could incentivize people to put that or turn that on. Because a lot of people, they will write me on my videos sometimes and say like, oh, I missed you. Where have you been? It's like, what do you mean? I've been here every week, like posting. I actually try my best to kind of like give you guys content. I have so much going on. It's absurd. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Like, I mean, my Rahu and Gemini in the third house loves it. But at the same time, I'm so scattered. Like, I've got Patreon, I've got, you know, videos I need to put out for you guys. I try to do these lives because, you know, it's my way of giving back because I know my readings cost a lot. And then, you know, I've got private readings, which, guys, I do a lot of private readings. Like, it's actually sometimes what sets me back from not being able to really post on here. And then I've got like my second channel, which has been like vacant for 6 months, you know, which I'm going to be next week giving life to because it's doing really well. Like for a channel that hasn't like posted much, well, not much, but anything in 6 months, I'm surprised I keep getting subscribers over there and views. So like I'm this close to monetization on the second channel. I should really give it life. And then I've got this other channel that I'm trying to translate everything into Spanish because the message needs to spread. That's what my guides told me. They're like, you need to spread the message to people who can't even understand English. And I'm like, great, let me add that on the plate, you know? And then I've got a family. I sound like a complainer, right? I sound like a complainer. But yeah, like it's scattered. It's scattered. I'm sure there's probably more I'm doing that. Oh, I'm also working on a tarot deck. Oh, Lord. The tarot deck I've been trying to, oh my God, it's a lot. I need to get it out. I need to get it out. But, you know, I also need to like have downtime too, right? Okay, let me go. I'm gonna go check over there. Cheers to that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like once I do one tarot deck, then I feel like I could do more. You know, like it'll be a lot easier. But, you know, I'm not really into creating products, to be honest. I didn't like it. I was doing the candles and I felt like that wasn't for me, you know? But yeah, it's like my guides are like, you got to get a tarot deck. Like, they're like, what are you doing? You should have made one years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I should make one, right? So that's going on the background. So yeah, it's just always trying to stay ahead of the pace. But the funny thing about life, I don't know if you've noticed this, guys, but do you notice like the weeks are just flying by? Like every time I think I've got, okay, next week covered, then Monday rolls around, then I have to prepare for next week. And it's just like time is, I don't even know what time is anymore. I can sit in nature for like 2 hours and it feels like 20 minutes. And I'm living inside my head. Like I'm inside my head or I'm at one with the nature. And I don't notice the time. But I think this also happens when you raise your frequency. I think you start to come out of that denser energy and you don't feel time anymore. Like, cause you're so present. You know what I mean? That's happening to me a lot. I actually love it this way because who the hell wants to be in a energy of waiting or feeling like time is dragging on, right? So the more present you are is the more living you're doing, right? And not only that, you know, you don't age as fast when you do that. So it's beautiful. And guys, I don't know about you, but since I started really doing a lot of heavy work on myself, I mean, I've been on this journey since 2007, but I feel like my toughest, like I've had 3 awakenings, but the third one really, really pushed me over the edge. And it was actually greater than the one with the, you know, what you would call a twin flame. It was more impactful. It was when I woke up to what the world really was, okay, in 2020. Since I've been doing work on myself, or do you guys notice when you're doing work on yourself, you start to look younger? I look at pictures of myself from 2015 and I'm like, what? Like I look older then than I do now. I look so much more younger. It's like as soon as you start doing or removing all of that heaviness, you all of a sudden, it starts to show on you physically because you look like lighter or more refreshed, you know? It's interesting. Okay, let me go over there. I feel like I'm not even really, let's see what happens here. I feel like I'm more in a talking energy right now. I feel like I want to talk, which I wasn't expecting. Had not people like booked, I probably would have not started talking. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Make sure you're paying attention to my notifications because I'm doing something very special next week. And it's probably going to be on Tuesday. It's different. Okay. It's different, but it's more like interactive. Okay. So if you want to, you know, interact with me more or like even be involved in the live yourself, like that's what's going to be happening. Okay. What happened here? Oh, how did you see that? I didn't even announce that yet, Sophia. How did you find that to become a part of the Soul Tribe? You talked a lot. Yeah, it was fun, right? It's nice to release, right? But Sophia, how did you spot that? Because I haven't even announced it to anybody. That's cool. Yeah, I have channel membership now, and nothing special really. You know, I mean, it's special, but it's not like it's $2.99 Canadian, which would probably be a buck, $1. It's just a way to support the channel, where you get like a special badge next to your name now. You know, don't you feel like? And this weekend talked a lot. I wasn't talking to yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's an energy of in itself. Okay, let me get over here. I've got Melody for 2, and then I've got Eva. I think I'm totally understanding now why I'm going to be doing something different next week, because I don't want to always just read on my lives. Although there will be a reading option, but it's going to be very different. I don't want to give it to you. I don't want to give it to you. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, I want to switch up my lives. You know, I want to connect more. I don't want it to be all about tarot. I just don't. Okay. What is it that I need to say to N or clarify for him? What is his current energy towards me? What do you fantasize? Okay, that's a lot. Just give me a moment. Let's bring forth the messages that Melody needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret to her. What do you need to say to N or clarify for him? Okay, you need to talk about his waffling. Okay. There should be also talks about his vulnerabilities, but also being more expressive, and maybe even some talking about his belief systems, you know, what he thinks about things, his opinions. I would say with these cards, you better believe the conversation needs to get deeper, not so surface. And I'm not saying that you're surface, but he can't steer this in a surface way anymore. If we want to progress here, we're going to have to go deeper. And with that Page of Cups, there needs to be more expressing towards, more of an expression towards, with the Ten of Pentacles, the future and what he wants. Now, I will say you're going to have to be tactful, I'm getting, with respect to this. And it's not about like going direct. It's about working it into the conversation when you can. Like, you know, when you seize the moment, like there's an opening, but you need to be, I don't have a word here. Like, you need to be more, like, you got to be tactful. It's not about being a bulldozer. It's about gracefulness. Like, I don't know what kind of word I'm trying to find. It's like, you know, when you're like, you're getting what you need, but you're doing it with honey. Like you're like honeying up the person, like buttering up the person. Like, you're not going like, like that, okay? But you need to know where you're going or what they want. And it doesn't even have to be just about you two. It can be about what they want in life in general. What do you want? Like, what are we doing here? What are you doing? What's your plans for the future? But the waffling needs to stop. That's for sure. What you need to clarify for him, I think overall energetically that it needs to be a bit different, but it's again, like, it's not like, I don't want you to be a bulldozer with this. It's just like you're working your way in a little bit to kind of like put a light bulb on in their head, you know? But I think there also needs to be a getting to know each other. So I don't know what you're planning to ask. I don't know what kind of questions you usually ask them in your conversations, but I say go deeper. It needs to be deeper, okay? That's kind of something I'm seeing here. You know, even in the Justice card also talks about like the balance, or, you know, weighing out what we want, the pros and cons, or, you know, what they're, you know, what they want. This can even be, turning it on them. You know, you're asking a question here with some big cards for the response. It's like, I don't even know if you were aware that they would tell you to do something like this, because this could be a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie, because there's this energy from the cards that's saying you need to do something a little different. You need to do something a little different. Sophia, I don't know if you're still there, but can you tell me how you found that button to press to join? Because I haven't even announced it yet. That's the interesting thing. So I'm curious to see where you got it from. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I would say be gentle about it though. Like, there will be openings. There will be openings. Did I announce it today? I'm just curious. Like, how did she find this button? I'm really curious here. Because I think she left. She probably joined and then left. But like, did I just announce it? No, I didn't announce it. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. This is what you're getting. Let's get to their second question. Can you guys tell me who are here? Is there anything in this live chat or anywhere here that you can join? Like, this is driving me nuts. Like, where did she see to join? Like, is there a join button anywhere that you guys can see? Like right now? I'm curious. Okay. Let me go to your second question. What is his current energy towards me? What does he fantasize about? Okay, I can't pull out these cards because I just don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'll try to figure it out here, but if you ever want to know that question, I would urge you to book more of a private reading regarding that, because I actually just did a reading, like a whole tarot spread using this for my Patreon. It's going to be released in July, but I had to put it on a whole other channel, okay? Because those cards are a lot, you know? So yeah. But I'll find out here. Hi, Jalen. Hope you're doing well. You were looking for a join button? Yeah, I don't know how she became a Soul Tribe member. I mean, this is something I've just activated because you know what? My guides were like, just because you wouldn't do something, Chicho, doesn't mean other people wouldn't. So that's why they've started to get me to like expand. You know, like when you can buy a post on my Patreon, like I was like, why would anybody buy a post? You know, but maybe people don't want to commit, you know, but I was like thinking like I wouldn't do it. I would just pay a couple dollars more and get access to the whole platform. But since I did that, where I released like a one-time purchase, it's brought in so much abundance. So they were like, yes, you need to do this. So put out channel memberships because you just never know who may want to support, you know? So that's what I did. And it's not crazy expensive. It's just a way to support the channel. And I think it's $1. It's $1. And when you like write, you'll have a fancy badge next to your name. You'll be like Chitra Moon's soul tribe. You know, you're my soul tribe. It's beside the chat box. Like, where? I'm looking. Like, beside the chat box. Like, I can't see. Like, do you guys have a special feature? Like, I don't get it. I don't see anything. Interesting. Okay. I'm very chatty today, guys. Don't mind me. Like, I may, and I can see again why I'm starting this new thing. Jalen, if you're there, I'm doing something new next week. You may really like it, just to watch. It's going to be more interactive, but I will be taking readings, but it's going to be a different way of reading. It's going to be really cool. Okay. What is his current energy towards you, or what does he fantasize about you? Oh, we're starting off with a bang here. Okay, all right, so there's definitely some fantasizing going on. Absolutely. Just make sure you guys have the all notifications on, or you will not probably see that live, but I'm super excited to do it. Like, I actually can't wait till Tuesday rolls around. I think I'm going to do it Tuesday. I'm not sure, but I think so. I think Tuesday. Oh, wow. So listen, you know, I always say to you guys, you know, there's nothing random about your questions. Obviously, Melody had an inkling to ask this because there's clearly, I mean, this is the epitome right here of, you know, what he fantasizes about. He's thinking, he is daydreaming, and there's a ton of energy that he's feeling sexually towards you. It's actually even something that may have brought him back. Not the only thing, but I think with the Strength card, you know, clarified by the Five of Cups, this is like, I'm trying to restrain myself, but I can't. Okay, I can't. I do feel like they want to explore with you. I think here there is also something that is coming through regarding... Okay. I want to be very honest. There's nothing specifically as far as what they want to do with you, but I do think they want to, with the Page of Wands, have a connection or have an experience, and it's what's driving the energy with the Chariot. But it's not just that. Oh, look, there's the waffling. There's the waffling card. It's not the only reason with the Two of Pentacles. There's also another reason. I think they missed you, but they are definitely driven by their you know, fantasies. And with the Seven of Cups, it could be a lot of daydreaming, but this is nothing crazy for me. Like, nothing weird, just anything normal that you would think of, whether that be kissing, making out, being with you intimately, you know, in the actual act of... I think they've been trying to restrain themselves, but they definitely felt guided to make contact, because there's something with the Three of Swords that feels a little unfinished or unexplored. Unexplored. Give me more on what they've been thinking about or fantasizing about. You keep getting this card for this person. Do you notice that? I feel like it was you, right? Like, I feel like you constantly get this. So their communication is very driven by that. Their communication is very driven by their feelings for you, their lust, their attraction. Again, the Devil. And I think you got that card before too, but the Devil, they are somehow... I don't like to use the word chained, but I feel like they are like attached to you They haven't been able to break free. Not only that, the mind is racing, okay? So there's definitely fantasies, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. I mean, the other cards would probably, but I can't bring them out on here. I just can't. But their energy towards you, I feel like they're very gravitated towards you still. There's still a pull, okay? So they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Like, I don't feel like there's this fading energy. There's not going to be a fading energy. No, they're very much still pulled in by you. So hence why maybe they've come back, okay? Ooh, it's hot in here. Okay, I'm moving to Eva. If anyone wants to get in, you would be after Eva right now. Can you give me insight on Beyond and Noble? Beyond is someone from my past with a strong connection, and Noble is someone who's new coming. That's a lot. I can only read for one of them. Yeah, that's you've only booked for one. I can only read on one of those people. So let me know in the chat who you want me to read on. If it's either Beyond, or even if you want to tell me how to pronounce that name, because I don't. Or if you want Noble. I can't do both for, you know, one fee. Which one do you want me to do, Eva? You can call him B. Okay, so you want me to read for B? I'm just going to wait for you to say yeah. Am I reading for B? Am I? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, after Eva, I've got Ray. Hi, Ray. Okay. Okay, so let's read for Eva. What does she need to know about B? What does she need to know about B? Oh, wow. There's the strong connection. Can I ask a question? Just so I can get out of the way. Does B have a family or a girlfriend or something? Because for some reason, I feel like this connection between you guys, it's kind of on the down low, or it's a hush-hush, or I don't know. Is there like another woman in their life? Is there another woman in their life? I'm not sure about now. He used to. Okay. Thank you for joining, Nicole. I don't know where you guys are finding things, but I mean, it's pretty cool. So you know, you're talking about the past. I feel like this connection is totally, you know, it's existed in other timelines. But I feel like it came through to, I feel like, activate you somehow into completing something. I guess my next question is since you've met them, or, you know, since, you know, yeah, they came into your life, have you passed a major milestone? That's what you need to know about them, is that they activated a milestone, or they've acted a part in you in which you could complete a very important part in your life. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that's just growth. If it's just growth, period. I don't know. I feel like them coming in, I can see the connection here. It was definitely reciprocal. That's what I can tell you. So they did feel what you felt. But I feel like this is more than just a love are feeling love towards each other. This is like you're being activated to complete a major cycle in your life. That's why they come in. The Lovers is here. I feel like there's an activation between the two of you. Not only that, the soul knows. The soul knows. Maybe the mind doesn't know, but the soul knows. But I feel like with the World here, I'm sorry, I feel like something major has happened since they came in with your own life. Now, you are being told, or the message that is being conveyed here is definitely in regards to detachment and letting go. This was a connection, I feel like. And it's interesting with the Nine of Swords because you don't really understand why you still think about this person. You don't really understand why it hasn't faded, whatever took place between the two of you. But it was to move you forward. That was one of the biggest reasons as to why they came in. It was to move you, Eva, into the next stage of life. Even here, Wheel of Fortune. Let's do like one card here. Let's see what this is about. What does she need to know about B? We've got liquid courage, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, odd behavior. So this connection required a ton of courage. But I do feel like it could have been an odd pairing, or it could have been something around the time frame that was odd. Like, why did this come in at the time it did? Because I do feel like with the Chariot, moving forward is not an option. It's like with the Eight of Swords, we're somehow blocked from moving forward. And I think it was designed that way. It was designed that way. It was only supposed to go to a certain amount of experience together or time. And then the kibosh is put on it. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Haha, yeah. Now, listen. That was on the bottom too. I don't know if that applies to you or if you understand that. The ghosting or the disappearance. It may not even be that they ghosted you. It could just be like, poof, they're out of your life. Or, you know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's like it came and then it left very quickly. But look, that is validation for what I've been picking up here. I don't know necessarily that I feel at that time that you were supposed to experiencing anything more than what you did experience. This was for an awakening to happen in your own life, okay? It was to give you enlightenment. It was for you to have a life lesson or a rebirth. I would say I resonate with this word more than anything, rebirth, okay? That's what I'm getting. That's what I am getting regarding this person. It was to move you forward. If you guys want to ask me any question about spirituality or ascension or like anything, I mean, nothing about your personal life, like go ahead and drop it in the, you know, I'm getting prepared now for my next live next week. This is what that will be about. And please pay attention to my posts because I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to ask questions and you will have to write them there so that when I'm ready for the live, I can go through them, okay, and answer them live. So just, you know, feel free to do that right now so we can kind of get used to it. Oh, wow, Khalid, thank you. Wow, what's going on here? Oh, are you just sending that and saying, what does that mean? What does that mean? Sorry, I don't know what that means. Hold on, let me look that up. You just said one thing to me in the chat box and I don't know what that means. What does that mean? That's a celebration, no? Okay. Okay, so there's something going on right now. Is that going on right now? You want to know a fun fact about me, Khalid? I'm actually half Egyptian. Yeah, I'm half Egyptian, but my Egyptian side is Catholic. So yeah, I don't know anything about what Muslims celebrate too much. I mean, I know a little bit about the fasting. I don't know if you do that during this time, but I mean, if you're just sending that to me, I mean, just to send that to me, I really appreciate that. That is very kind of you. Okay. Or if you have a question and I mistook it, like just let me know. Okay, Ray. Okay, so Ray, then Tanny. And then, if Khalid has a question, go ahead. Hi, Ray. I'm doing something special next week. I really hope you'll be there for that. What was that you just wrote, Nicole? Primordial waters? What does that mean? Like, what is it? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means. Okay. Chicha, do you believe we decide to reincarnate or is a force against it? The spiritual is ridiculous. I know, right? I know, right? It's like a never-ending loop. And you know what I find funny too is what I find one of the funniest things too is like feeling like you've healed past something and then boom, it's being shown up again. Like, oh yeah, I didn't really heal that, but it felt like I did. This is the interesting thing about this. I believe both. I believe both. I think you can get hijacked energetically. I mean, why would you not be able to be? Why would you not be able to be hijacked energetically? I mean, even when we're here, we're hijacked energetically. There's all kinds of like darkness. I mean, we can't just think like it's just light here. Are you serious? No. And people step into people's way all the time. Just think about your own life, whether it be a competition, whether it be a freaking, a will. How many people step in front of what you were supposed to get or, what was supposed to be your path? So I'm going to say, I do believe we make the choice to reincarnate. I personally feel like I'm one of the volunteers that answered the call, but I do believe that we can get hijacked to come back here energetically. So it's like a both for me. What are the primordial waters and what does she want us to anchor? Oh God. Okay. So I have to say, like, if I don't know what you're talking about, I can't answer it. I don't even know what that is. I mean, can you explain it more? Maybe I do. I just don't know the official name for it. Can you explain that? I have no idea. I never heard of that before. But I will tell you, Jaden, that sorry if I'm taking a long time to respond. I'm just like, I want to talk. I always do what I feel guided to do, but I will get to you guys. I will say, Jaden, though, I would rather be on an ascension path than be like the sleepers. Because when you're a sleeper, you have no idea what's going on. You don't have awareness, okay? You can't see through things. And then not only that, you're never prepared. When you're a sleeper, you're just never prepared. When you're unawakened, I don't know about you guys, but since I've been on an ascension path, it's like a team of invisible members. Like I've got a team that I can't technically see, but I can feel, but they show up for me. They show up for me more than anybody in this physical world, whatever, okay? And they're always looking out for me. I may not understand why they tell me to do certain things, but I will at a later time. And it never fails. Like just being here on YouTube, I totally get why they dragged me on here. I fought them tooth and nail. I was like, I am not going on YouTube. Just stop. And it just got getting louder and louder and louder until I just gave in. But I wouldn't say that it took about 6 months to understand. But like where I'm at right now, I completely understand why I had to be on here. And what makes it worth it is when the people tell you how much you've helped them. Oh my. The money is just like a side thing, but what is the real big impact is when people can actually say to you, like, you helped them. It's like, really? I changed? Like, I helped you change some aspect of your life, or I changed the direction of your life? Really? Oh my God, what an honor, Okay, let me go here. Sorry, guys. Rambling. Rambling. Okay. So let's bring forth the messages that Ray needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. I was asked to consider a job that would be the same thing I do now, but for a new boss. Spirit's advice on taking it. Okay, just remember at the end of the day, you do what you feel guided to do, but let's see. What does Spirit want her to know about this job? Okay, it's a 4 right now. It's a 4 right now. That's a yes with the Page of Pentacles, but just bear with me. You know when something's good for right now? I'm hearing that really loud and clear. Now, the other thing I would like to say too, which I don't know what I'm going to be saying. I may not understand what I'm seeing here. Is there a possibility for you to do your own thing there somehow? Like, I don't know if it's like I can make it my own space, or I can create something over here, or I have the potential to invent something. Like, I don't know what I'm seeing here, but this new job, thank you, Tanny. Oh God, I think Ray left because that's what she does. She books and then she leaves. Anyways, I say yes. I think there's something bigger happening here. I think it's not random, and I don't think it's a lesson. Sometimes the past can come calling, or some distraction can come calling when you're kind of moving forward, and it's kind of like a test. I'm not necessarily feeling like this is a test. I feel like this is an opportunity, but it's like something uniquely your own. I don't, it's like a spin. I'm there's a twist that happens, or a spin, and I'm able to, I feel like, create something. But I'm going to also say another thing. There may be somebody you meet over there as well too, who's very important to your journey. I'm not getting if it's a female or a male. I'm just getting it as a person. There's someone important over there that you need to connect to. Now, I'm also seeing that it's a 4 right now. So I feel like you go, you accept it, you make your impact, and then you dip out. Like, you will understand this because you will feel it. And then you'll be like, it's time to go. On to the next, honey. But there's a residue. Like, whatever you do here, you can take with you to the future. And I just don't understand what I'm seeing. So this is not a test. This is not a distraction. I feel like there's something waiting for you. It's a person, but it's also a unique, it's a creation of yours, or you're able to do something or manifest something or make something happen, or you invent something, or it's like, I don't know if you can make it your own space, or it's like there's something unique there for you, like, to create. I really hate when I cannot put things into words. And that's the thing, guys, is as you move frequency-wise, you will no longer use words. It will just be feelings. So you know what I wish I could do? I wish I could just like imprint through the screen, like what I'm seeing in my third eye. That would have been so much easier than to use words, because words are, you know, as we move frequency-wise up, you know, we're more telepathic. We don't need the words. But it's like, I know what this is. I just don't have the words. So hopefully you will understand what I mean. And then hopefully when you're there, you'll understand what I mean, because it happens quickly, whatever this is. But I want to repeat, I don't think this is a distraction, and I don't think that this is a test. So Spirit is saying, go for it. Kind of like, I'm also hearing, what do you have to lose? That's what I'm getting. Wow, right? isn't it always good? Like when you can hear it's not a test or a distraction, because that will happen. That will happen, guys. You know, you'll start to become more and more aware of it. It will be like clockwork as you move forward on this journey. You'll start to see like it through past people coming back, or, you know, they test you to see if you're going to fall for the same old, you know? It's, but it becomes comical after a while. It's like you can read it by the back of your hand, the way they move. These guides of yours, the way this whole journey works, you can read it or like predict it like the back of your hand. It's interesting. Okay, I know for sure Ray took off because that's what she does. Okay, so I'm going to Tanny. I'm assuming Khalid just dropped me a very wonderful gift because I haven't heard from him. So I'm going to skip past him and I'm going to go right to Garima. Okay, so Tanny, I'm on you, and then Garima's next. Let's see what Tanny wants to know. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. I've recently released almost all of friendships that no longer felt aligned with me. Bravo, good for you. But it brought up a lot of resentment from others. Oh yeah, that's totally normal. Did I make the right decision in letting them go? And will I attract the kind of soul-aligned, fulfilling friendships that truly resonate with who I am? Okay, so without the cards, I'm just gonna say, yes, you did do the right thing, because if you're always going with what you feel, you're never making a wrong decision. Secondly, if you want more fulfilling relationships, or you've noticed your frequencies change, it can only bring in new people that are gonna match that. Like this is something that is a given, okay? Now, your amount of time spent in isolation, that will vary person to person. I've been now in isolation for 5 years, although I have met my soul tribe online, but I would like it in the physical. Like I wanna go for coffee, you know, like I wanna, you know, but it has to be different. I'm going through the same thing, Tanny. Like I used to be a social butterfly, but it was like anybody and everybody. You know, I didn't even care if I had anything in common with them. I also had to hide who I was. I couldn't talk about my interests. I couldn't talk about the fact that I was psychic. I couldn't talk about the fact that I could read cards. I don't want it to be like that. It can't be like that. I can't move forward authentically unless I can have friends who, you know, would not call me the devil. You know what I mean? Because I'm into it, you know. It's really actually quite sad that, you know, we're still associating like cardstock with demonic energy, you know. But anyways, so let's answer this question. Okay. One card first. Did she make the right decision in letting them go? Yep. Too draining. This guy also on the card has to release all of these wands so that he can be more free. You know, he has a bandage on his head. Carrying all these wands or keeping them standing up or just within him or near him, it was causing a lot of stress. So he's not doing too well on the card. I'm being symbolic here, as you can tell. He needs to release, and then he'll have victory. Okay, so absolutely, you did the right thing. Okay, scroll back, Ray. It's really good. It's a really good answer. Scroll back. Very unique and interesting answer. Same, Mercedes. Yeah. Amen to that. Same here. I deal with it all the time. My mom burned the tarot cards I made. Oh, man. You handmade them? Oh my, oh man, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, is she gonna attract more fulfilled relationships by releasing them? You know what's actually interesting about this too is that this also talks about that. You had to release this to have victory. You would have had to release all of this. You know what is interesting as well too is after this card is the 10 of Wands. So it would have happened anyways because that's a card of exhaustion and endings. So you actually bypassed more waiting by getting ahead of it early with this card. So you would have gotten rid of them anyways. They would have caused more frustration. But by not waiting for the expiration date, which is the 10 of Wands, when he's just carrying too much and he just like can't do it anymore, so he just passes out or faints, you got ahead of it early. So you will get rewarded for that. And not only that, you will also be rewarded because you're not going to have to waste more time. You get it? I'm so sorry, Maddie. I'm so sorry. But hey, you know, she showed you who she was, right? I mean, I guess we can always take something out of it. But yeah. Okay, listen. You've got the two best cards that indicate a big whopping yes. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So are you kidding me? And look at that. Look what's the cause of it. You putting up boundaries. You know, the cards are telling me that this really started with you, Tanny. You know, this was not really about anything else. It started with you. And, you know, Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful energy because it's like a sovereign energy, putting sovereignty, you know, independence above everything. You know, it's like kind of like that warrior, not afraid to kind of jump into the, you know, the deep end of the pool and go for it, you know? So you really did, I feel like psychologically or even on a deeper level, know that in order to bring in the new, you'd had to close the old door. So this is absolutely a yes, but I do want to say there are some things pointing to isolation. So if you don't get it right away, you may even go into the next phase of all of this and you may get into a testing phase. I'm going to repeat myself. I've been in isolation for 5 years. No friends in the physical. Okay? Lots online, but nothing in the physical. So I'm assuming you want these friends in the physical. I mean, I'm not seeing an online card here, but this may not even happen online. So you may have to, you know, you've just skimmed the surface right now, okay? This will come about, but look at all the cards of isolation, the Hermit. Even that card talks about that. Like, yes, you'll get what you want, but after a brief period of rest and relaxation. Now, I do think that you're on a journey to self-love. So until those people come in, there's some things I'm seeing, like, I don't know why I see your guides with like a checkboard or a check board. Yeah, it's like tick, tick. You got some things to do, honey. You got some things to do. I don't know what they are. We're not here to read on that. But it's like there's some things you need to do. We've even got this here with the working on. And this could be even just your spirituality, you know, your psychic gifts, or just, you know, building up who you were always meant to be. But they're coming. They will come. If you build it, they will come. Okay? So absolutely, this is a yes. But I don't want to be a liar here and sugarcoat anything. I don't know that it's like tomorrow. Okay? You may even learn how to love your own company, because that's another thing too, right? On this journey, you have to become like okay with being alone. And I mean, I wasn't always okay with that, but I am now. I understand why I needed the time. I had to become okay with that. I had to face all those voices in my head. Or what, you know, that's why people don't go on this journey. They just stay distracted with a bunch of people around them or jobs or whatever. It's hard to look at that, you know. I buried myself in careers. Like before 2020, I used to work 7 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, just to kind of like stay away from all of that. I didn't want to look at it. I mean, I think I consciously knew that there was like something I had to do, like hard work or inner work. But I was like, no, no, thanks. But then you know what happens? Spirit's like, okay, we're going to isolate you. So they isolated me. They actually flipped my whole world upside down. I mean, it was quite beautiful the way they did it. It was actually, I give them like A plus. It was really like amazing the way they did it. But I didn't have a choice. I had to be in isolation. So going on YouTube was part of that as well too. Coming out of the jobs, I didn't have to go anywhere to a job, right? And I could work when I want. But yeah, I got my reading. Thanks, Chitra. Message heard. Groovy. Yes, be happy. See their true colors and be happy. You can truly be yourself. Yeah, people just genuinely think it's evil. You know what though? That's okay. That's okay though. That's their reality. You know, it's okay. It's 100% accurate for them. You know, there's many different timelines happening right now. You could be standing next to somebody at the grocery store and they're just not on your timeline. You know, and that's okay. I don't think it's ever a good idea to really judge. I mean, I know they judge us, but let's be better than them and, you know, not judge them, you know? But it's interesting, you know, for people who are very religious, it's like, how is your religion working for you if you're doing that, you know? I would never say anything bad about like somebody who thinks what I'm doing is evil. I just wouldn't. Because I have more awareness. So I understand that for them in their timeline, that's very real for them. And I have an understanding, you know, and like an unconditional love for them, you know? But yeah, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Let me go back here. Okay, I'm on Garma. How is the rest of the year looking for me professionally? So let's bring forth the messages that Garima needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. How's the rest of the year looking for her professionally? If anybody wants to get in right now, you would be next. There is something in the works, I feel like, Garima. It's kind of coming its way. It's coming to you. It will be offered to you. There's a turn of motion here. This is something you want. It's an offer. You don't know about it right now, though. There's a turn of events. It's happening, but it's a slow move, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It's still happening. Even though I feel like with the temperance, it's a slow, it's a moderation, it's like moderate move, like life is about to shift for you professionally. It's positive. I could say that. It's very positive, and it will take you down a different path. Now, I'm wondering here with the Hierophant, I think this is school, or this could represent the business itself. Like if it's a company, everybody has their truth for sure. Yeah. Like who am I to say how anybody else feels, and why should everybody feel like me, you know? Why should people feel like you? Like, this is why I don't understand the whole, like, we have to agree on everything. I'll never understand that. I just don't. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you are focused on that, or you see a person who hates somebody because they, let's say, love Trump, or they love whatever, it's like, they're not in fifth dimension. They're not even close to waking up. Like, why would you hate somebody for who they like, or why? You know, and the whole agreeing on everything is so weird to me. That, like, how are we supposed to be unique, you know? I'm just using Trump as an example, but it could be anybody. It could be like that singer, or people who like Taylor Swift. Who cares, you know? So anyways, hi, Dr. Lauren. Exactly, we all have preferences. Like, it's just ridiculous that, you know, you can easily, when you just listen to somebody for like enough, you know, you can totally tell where they're at, you know. But I'll tell you one thing: if you think you're in 5D and you're judging, or you're saying like, you know, this person should be more like that, it's like you're not there, honey. You're not. Anyways, Garima, life is about to shift in a very different way, and it looks like, I feel like there's an offering. It is a wishes fulfillment card that's clarifying the offer. So this is something you want. I feel like you're moving. Your whole life is going to take a different direction. And with the star, I actually like this because this even myself feels like a timeline shift with the justice behind it. It feels like whatever you've also been manifesting, you will receive. Oh, you did? Okay, that's okay, Garima. You can scroll back, but life is going to shift, and it's something that you want. It's an offer, and it's very much a part of your path karmically with the Justice card. But there is something right now that is being weighed out. It's like in moderation, it's happening moderately with the Temperance card. It's like there's something you're going to move forward on. And this is not like small. This to me feels huge, okay? Bye, Maddie. This is huge. This is not something small. This is like, I'm taking on a whole other path and a whole other world. And this may even teach you a lot about, you know, how strong you are, you know, with manifesting and putting out that energy, or just even believing in the universe. I don't know if it's a school that offers you something, or if this is a job, but I feel like there's an offer coming. Let's get one card here. Yeah. Do you feel like you've been getting stringed along in life? Thank you, Mercedes. I don't know if you missed like the beginning of the live, but I'm going to start interacting more because I have a lot more to share than just like, you know, tarot cards and readings. And my guides are like, you gotta like get yourself out there. You gotta start talking to your people, like your subscribers, about life. It's not just about readings. Don't use the platform for just readings. So please, again, put your notifications on. I'm gonna be going live sometime next week, and I'll be talking to the camera. But I will also be offering the option to ask me a question on that live. So make sure you are checking my community posts. But Garima, I feel like life has been a lag. I even have this wasting your time. You've been just feeling like you've been wasting time. And I just feel like it's about to pick up finally. You've been feeling like life just doesn't love you back, or your desires or your wishes just doesn't love you back, you know? You've been wanting more, and I feel like you're gonna finally get that. You're gonna finally get that. See that? You're moving. You're moving. And this is going to feel really good because you did it all by yourself. So professionally, I will say I don't know if this has something to do with a school or a job, but there's this energy that's going to get picked up, and you will be walking down a particular path that is very new, but it will be exciting, and it's very tied karmically, okay, to your life. It's just the next step. It's meant to be. It's really meant to be. So I don't think you'll be able to say no. It's like an offer you cannot resist type of thing. So I don't have any readings right now. If you want to ask me any questions, I'm in the mood to talk, you know, so ask away. If not, I may leave, to be honest, because I have a light box over here and it's getting hot. And I feel like I could probably be doing something else, but if you have any questions, I don't mind sticking around to answer them. Yes, I started something new in my business. Thank you. You are very welcome. So yeah, ask away, guys. Are these paid readings? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are paid. They're personal readings, but they're like paid. So just go to the description box. It will show you, and I am leaving soon. So if you want to pay for a reading, you got to do it now, guys. But okay, so let's see what some people are saying here. I'm excited. Like, this is freaking exciting. You know, I like to spice things up. You know, I don't like to keep doing the same thing. So this is really interesting. Okay. Okay. Is there anything we can do about divine timing? I don't think so. Well, no. They just told me, hold it. They're like, hold it, Chitra. No. For the most part, they're giving me a 70% ratio. For the most part, no. But the 30% how you can urge or coddle something to move quicker is doing the work on yourself. Just like what I read for that one person who booked, where she took the action to remove instead to stay for the expiry date, okay? Let me give you an example of that. I could have been on YouTube in 2011. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people I would have helped? Do you know how many subscribers I would have had? Like, oh my goodness, right? Not only that, in 2020, I could have been on sooner. But no, I was like, no, I fought it, right? Another example. I was getting pushed to get out of my job, one job that I had. Like, there was so much problems. And I was like, no, this was my mentality. I'm going to fight. I'm strong. I can do this. I can win this person over. It was a boss I had. My first encounter with a female narcissist. The scariest thing I've ever experienced. I mean, I thought male narcissists or something. Oh my God, the female ones freaked me out. Anyways, and they just pulled me out. They went in there and they got me the hell out. They did it beautifully though, but you can do something about it by having the awareness, working on yourself, seeing, you know, a lot of people know when it's time to go, but they don't act. And it's kind of scary because in some situations, people have lost their life because they didn't, you know, wait. Like if it was a situation like a toxic person, they lost their life because they didn't leave sooner, you know, like we all have the awareness, but it's like, yes, I do think with what the information they're giving me, you can 30%. They're giving me in a ratio. I don't know why, but 30%, you can do something about it. But the 70%, it's still like this higher power, you know, this higher, like maybe your higher self on the mountaintop with the bigger perspective that can kind of line up things. You only have so much awareness, right, compared to our higher self. So that's what I'm being given about that. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, like improve ourselves while we wait. Absolutely. I can talk about spirituality all day. I would love to just sit down with my guides and just ask about my life and this universe. Jalen, you don't understand how bored I am. You don't understand how bored I am. Like I'm over earthly things. I'm just over like the things I want to do. Like I would love to go to like a place where they have all of our like reincarnations and just I would love to read about all my lives. I would love to go to like you know, when you pass or you go into another dimension, like when you're passing or you're transitioning, there's like dimensions, like, and you can work your way up. I would love to go to the souls that are really lost and like help them, guide them to kind of going up dimensionally. I mean, there's so many things I could think of doing. I'm just so bored. And I feel like that's one of the things is that, like, you know, when you're a volunteer or you're like, you know, a person who has reached a certain, you know, level of healing, you become bored with this place, you know? I mean, does anybody ever ask themselves, like, what's going on with the movies? Like, why don't we make movies about past lives and time travel? I mean, that would be so, I would pay, I would go, you know? There's a couple movies I, you know, really enjoy, and it's like I look at it, but nobody wants to watch them. They don't do well in the theaters, you know? Past Lives, that was an amazing movie. Do you guys know this show on Hallmark? It's called The Way Home. It's a top-rated show. Like, I love that show. It's like it's showing you right there what's happening, you know, like what exists. Um, I just feel like you gotta, when you evolve, start to find new things to do. Like, you're not gonna resonate with the old stuff. Like, I don't find going to a dinner fun, or like a movie, or like, unless it's, you know, something about life, or, you know, I don't find the same things interesting. So you definitely have to find new things, but you will find them. And then I think what comes into place there is the soul tribe. Once you find the soul tribe, then you have other people you can do those things with, and then it adds to the fun, right? Because the more the merrier, right? Where are we now? What is this? Like, okay, yeah. How you can get personal readings is you can go to like the comment section or the description section. Like, I'm assuming you don't mean here, right? Like here on, like through this live. You can go to like any of the description boxes to go to my Etsy shop, but it should be in every video, or even like the main page. The Way Home, oh my God, you haven't seen that? You should check it out. You're gonna be hooked. And you're lucky now if you check it out, because you've got 3 seasons to catch up on. They're gonna come out with a 4th one next year. It's about time travel. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's true, new things, new chapters. I am definitely gonna check out those movies. Oh, I have so many movies. I should probably create like a list. I know the good movies, like the ones that are really entertaining. Yeah, I should probably make a list. Okay, if anybody else has any more questions, please put it in the comment section of this video right now, because I'm going to probably go, but I'm excited for next week. But I will wait. I will wait like 1 minute to see if anybody else has anything else to say. I will also check over here in the meantime. Okay, good. Thank you. I have to head out. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you to Khalid for the very generosity that he showed today. I assumed he didn't show up here, so he didn't want a reading. But I think everybody else as well, too, who showed up. I wish you all the best as always. Take care.